Hello and welcome to the bonus content video for Halo 3 ODST. ODST is a smaller game than usual, and there isn't as much extra stuff to show, but there's a few cool things worth looking at. First up is a Halo classic, some difficulty-dependent voice lines. In the opening cutscene, Buck's last line before the drop changes. We saw normal during the LP, so here's heroic and then legendary.
They're massing beneath the carrier.
They're pulling back? Why?
Not gonna find out way up here.
Fuck her off, Marines! I sure as hell ain't hosing out your pod!
Latest intel reports Covenant troops are massing beneath the carrier.
They're pulling back? Why?
Not gonna find out way up here.
We are dropping into hell, troopers! Time to go, pair!
Also on Legendary, if you look up and to the left, you can see a picture of what is presumably the rookie's girlfriend or wife taped to his pod. But it's actually one of the male Bungie programmers photoshopped to look like a girl, for some reason. There's actually one other thing to show in the opening cutscene. If you remember back in Halo 2, there was a very dramatic scene where the in amber clad buzzed by the space elevator in order to catch up to Regret's carrier and follow it into slipspace. Well, in ODST you can actually see this from a different perspective. If you watch between the carrier and Dare's face there, you can see the in amber clad fly past.
The carrier's going to jump. It's a slipspace rupture. You need to...
They popped their chutes! We're going in hard!
Next up, let's take a look at this poster, which we've seen in a few different places throughout the game. It's very patriotic, but not overly interesting. Except when you know that this poster was changed for the Master Chief Collection. In the original version of the game, the poster looked like this. Which might remind you of Bungie's eventual non-Halo project, Destiny, which released a full 5 years after ODST. Before I get to this next one, I need to send thanks out to Avalon304 in the comments. I didn't actually know that this Easter egg existed. It turns out that many of the civilian cars we see throughout the city have readable license plates, and many of these license plates are actually hidden references. Most of them are to Spartan characters, for example the Master Chief. The K at the beginning is for Kenya and can be ignored, but the remaining letters are BL for Blue Leader, and then 117J for John 117. Similarly, we can find Blue 2, Kelly 087, Red Leader, Fred 104, and many others. There's also a couple non-Spartan references, like Alpha Halo's monitor, 343 Guilty Spark, and the address of Bungie Studios in Washington State, 434 Kirkland Avenue in Kirkland. This next one is pretty minor, but the end cutscene of the level Uplift Reserve changes if you end the level driving a Ghost or a Brute Chopper. There's nothing to it besides the little visual difference, but it's a nice touch, and I kinda wish that they had done it for the end cutscene of Halo 3. I'd also like to go back and take a look at the Oni Memorial Wall. First off, right in the middle, in the video for this level I got Vice Admiral Stanforth's character mixed up with another character. Vice Admiral Stanforth really did give up his safe desk job to lead a fleet into battle, but then ended up dying in the Battle of Reach anyways. There's also some specific references among the names that I'd like to point out. Admiral Margaret Perengoski is a fairly important character in the canon, but mostly behind the scenes, and we haven't had a reason to talk about her yet. But she plays a pretty major role in the Halo TV show if you've been watching that. There's also Lieutenant Elias Haverson and Vice Admiral Danforth Whitcomb, who are from the novel First Strike. They accompanied the Master Chief on his improbable journey from Alpha Halo back to Earth. And if you watched my Halo 1-2 interstitial video, you know that they didn't end up making it home. We also have Aaron Gibson, Matt Kowalski, Jason Morelli, Jerome Ortega, and Ned Rich. They're all minor named characters from elsewhere in the Halo canon, but they all worked for Oni. There's still a lot of names left here, and some of them might also be references, but if they are, I don't know them. We've also got another big Halo classic Easter egg, the Siege of Madrigal. In ODST, it can be found in the Kikuwani Station level. If you run along here and then stand on this ledge, but there's a twist in ODST. If you find this Easter egg while playing on Legendary, you get this silly animation of Frank O'Connor. But this was also changed for the Master Chief Collection. In the original, it was Marty O'Donnell, with an animation that makes the dance beat make a little more sense. Lastly, there's a secret hidden in the end cutscene of the game. Towards the end, when Sergeant Johnson is talking to Virgil, if you move your mouse left, you can see Buck, helping groom one of the missing links. And that'll be it. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next one.